Hi everyone. Sorry if I disappeared earlier. My phone died, so I didn't charge it. So today I wanted to talk about. I wanted to feature a book. As you can see, I have a lot of books. That's not everything; those are just my favorites. But I wanted to talk to you about a book that I got from the AltMBA course. I enrolled in this course that's co-designed by Seth Godin. He is a popular marketing and motivational speaker worldwide. Look him up, Seth Godin, SETHGODIN. So I enrolled in his course. It's called AltMBA, short for Alternative MBA. So instead of spending hundreds of thousands attending a school in Harvard Business School for a week, an intensive course, I enrolled in an AltMBA, which is hi B. I'm back. So the AltMBA was an intensive. I think it was a 4-week course. So that was. I remember I would be up until 3 in the morning, so I can, have discussions with my classmates from the U.S. Basically US and Australia. So anyway, what they did was with the program was you enroll and then they will send you a box full of books, okay, from the US, and you're supposed to read the books before your program starts. And this is one of our readings. It's called A Beautiful Constraints. Okay, how to transform your limitations into advantages and why it's everyone's business. So what I love about this book, what it teaches you is that everyone has constraints. It's financial, it's time, it's skill, it's physical, it's mental. Everyone has their own set of limitations that could be preventing them from executing their plan the way that they want to. But this book is telling us that you can work around your constraint, and your constraint actually inspires you or motivates you or propels you to come up with better ideas, right? So if you're constrained for time, you can come up with a better way of doing something. If you're constrained for money, it's like you're pressured, not pressured, but you are driven to come up with cheaper materials to use, or a leaner way to do a process. So that's the gist of this book. Okay, if you can find an electronic copy of this, maybe you can buy it on Amazon. But I'm featuring a book, but the concept is very powerful because we may not realize it, but we have constraints. For example, when I started my VA business, I did not have my own computer. Okay, when I started with my own gig, I did not have a MacBook Pro. I did not have an iPhone. I was just borrowing my son's PC. Okay, he had a very cheap PC because he used it for his homework when he was in elementary school. And that's what I would use. And I was able to grow my business. I was able to turn it into a career, even if that's all I had. I did not have an office like this that has its own door, that has an aircon, that has its own table. No, I would just be in my son's study computer table. Okay, then eventually I got my client from the UK sent me a laptop. Alright, he sent me a laptop, and then when he sent it to me, it was, what do you call this? It was smashed by DHL. So when I went to India, he bought the laptop there so that I could bring it home back to the Philippines. So I had the laptop, but I still had no office, so I would be working on the dining table. Or I would be working in I call it the dusty room, because that's our spare room that is dusty because no one stays in it. I would stay there because I would take my calls there, even if it's hot, no aircon, even if it's hot, because that's the quietest part of the house. So you learn how to work around your constraints. For me, it was the gadget, it was the space. What else? I did not have my own phone then, so it just meant that I told my client that you cannot text me. If you want to communicate with me, let's do it over Skype or let's do it via email. So those are just the examples. Also, what else? And then when they said, okay, I want you to come to our company twice a year, I didn't have the money for that. So before I could get the visa, we would just, meet online. But once the visa was sorted, I would go there. Okay. Can you tell me what your constraints are right now? It can be your constraint could be that you feel like you're an introvert and you feel like you cannot put yourself out there and market yourself. So what are the ways that you can, still be a virtual assistant even if you're an introvert? First of all, you don't have to be, thank you, B. You don't have to be on camera like me. Some virtual assistants, they are talking to their clients every day. Me, I'm on FaceTime or Teams with my client every day because they prefer to see me. And that's why I go to work, I'm ready, I look professional. But if that's something that you're not comfortable with, then either, look for a client who does not need that. I have another client, we only just talk face to face like for 30 minutes once a month. Okay, when he's back from his long trip, that's the only time, and he would just do it because he wants to catch up with me. He wants to check how I'm doing, how I'm finding work so far, what's working, what's not working. But otherwise, you can very well have your career. Hello, Miss Anne. Thank you for the heart. You can be a successful virtual assistant even if you're an introvert. If you're into graphics, I was just talking to someone else. Her name is Judy Didace. Sorry if I can't pronounce it right, but I just we're friends on Facebook, and I saw she has absolutely beautiful drawings, okay, portraits, and I saw that she does it really, really well. So I was telling her, do you accept commissioned works for this? Because me, I appreciate art very much. So when I see talent, I want to grab and, can you make something for me? So I buy paintings and stuff like that, and I support friends in their artistic endeavors. So she's one example. Judy is very good with creative work. So she does not need to be on camera with her client to get her work done. So she can very well spin this off into an income. She can have a lot of clients who want illustrations for their work. Or there are some people like the startups, they don't want just pictures of themselves, corporate pictures as their profile. Sometimes they want graphic like drawings of themselves to be there on their website. So Judy, if you're listening right now, that's one market for you. So I strongly suggest that you turn this into a business, because there is a demand for creativity, there's demand for art from the business people. Okay, so that's one thing. If your constraint is your mindset or you're shy, don't let it stop you. What I would encourage you to do instead is think about how you can work your way around, how you can make your ideal work around your constraint. I hope that makes sense. Like, don't let your constraint stop you, because sometimes it's your constraint that force you to produce amazing product, amazing service. It makes you who you are. It makes you uniquely you. Okay, so I hope you understand. But if not, just comment and I will try to answer. So let me just read V's comment here. My constraint now is space. Our bedroom has become our office with 2 desks, a filing cabinet, and my library. Wow. when it's time to do HIIT workout, we move the bed and the desk to make space for both of us. Okay, see, when you move the bed, you're already warming up for your exercise. That's the advantage of your constraint. But if you think about it, actually, a lot of people, especially when you look at people in first world countries, London, for example. I was talking with a videographer from London. Okay, his name is Joe. We've been spending, late nights together building landing pages in Kajabi. And he gave me a tour of his house. It's so small. It is so small. But he lives there with his partner. It's like their bed is a small mezzanine that's just enough to fit their bed. And then the space downstairs is just a couch here. And then you have the kitchen there. And then his bike is inside. And they have the stairs, and I could see there are potted plants, and that's it. It was so small, but they make it work. So, we all have our own constraints. For some people, we think that we need a big space for us to be productive, for us to be able to exercise. But as V is saying here, their bedroom is their office, it's their gym. So that's very inspirational, because I don't know what your situations are, guys. Please feel free to share. What are your space constraints? Me, I have an office, yes, but I share this with my toddler. So where I'm standing at right now, starting from here all the way to that wall, that's where her toys are, but she plays in my office. So she still invades the entire space. That's how it's like. And then when you go to our bedroom, before she was born, it was like a haven for me and my husband. So it's just a queen size bed with a desk at the end, and that's where our TV is. But now you have a big crib, then you have her mini slide, then and that's where he works too. So everything is cramped, but we're making it work. That's how we are. We're humans. We have to make it work. We have to find happiness despite the limitations. Yan. Diba? Parang ang deep ng talk ko. I just wanted to talk about this book. But that's it, guys. So yeah, I wish I could give you, let me see if I can just randomly open. Okay. One example here is we can if. Okay. So maybe I'll send you a screenshot of this diagram, because it's one way for you to come up with solutions. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. I think it's pretty big, but I'll send you I'll take a picture of this, and then I'll give you a small caption, because this can be a very handy tool for you when you have a certain limitation. Like you want to market, for example, me, I want to increase awareness about my course, but I don't have the money for it. I don't have the bandwidth to do it, but V's helping me to market it, Tina's helping me to market it. Hi Regina, good afternoon. I miss you guys. Oh my gosh, so sorry I've been away. That's because I've been busy with my direct clients. It's not even the course, it's just my clients have been, they've had a lot of projects, so it's my one-on-one clients that I've been very busy with, basically. So it's a good reason to be busy, but yeah, I do miss being with you guys. But I decided to do it now because in a while my toddler will be awake, and I feel guilty when I cannot be with her in the afternoon. So I said to myself, okay, let's do the live now, so that when she wakes up, she has my attention. Okay, another set of constraints. So if you think about it, we're always operating around constraints. So but this book is basically to for business owners, or for people who want to make things happen in their business or in their career or any specific project, and they are limited with money, with resources, with manpower, with all other stuff. So is there anyone else who'd like to talk about their constraints and bring it up here? Yeah, that'll be good. What else? HIIT workouts. I think I did HIIT workout 2 weeks ago before I got sick. But it's not because of the HIIT workout. It's because I had, another kind of illness. But alrighty, that's that for today. If you'll notice, I haven't been talking about VA tasks anymore because I think I've exhausted all the tasks that I've been doing because they somehow overlap with each other. So the latest one would be putting up a landing page. So I'll just post a screenshot of the landing page that we've been working on. I'm so proud of it. I learned a lot of things. I feel like now getting to a tech VA level, you know. So yeah, let me know how you get on with your trainings. How close are you to landing your clients? And if you have any questions, post them here. If you have any recommended trainings too, as long as you vouch for them, you know that they're good, then you are free to post them here. Okay. So I hope you all have a good afternoon, and I'll pop back in when I have the time next week. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.